Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. The Season 1 Reloaded update has come and gone now. We obviously saw our very lengthy patch notes for the update itself that included like 50 plus different bug fixes, gameplay changes, all sorts of stuff like that. But there's already a pretty obvious reoccurring pattern here with all of our major updates in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 and DMZ, and that is that with every major update, we get our patch notes, we get our changes, but then there's also additional secret changes or stealth changes as they're also known, which are made in the background and for whatever reason just not communicated in the patch notes. It's frustrating as a player to go through the patch notes, see, okay, this changed, this changed, then you jump in game and you're like, wait, this is definitely changed, but they didn't say anything about it. Why is that? But regardless, we have some new secret changes, some new stealth changes to break down across all modes, some good, some bad. If I'm going to be honest with you, we're starting with some not so great ones. The Season 1 Reloaded update has completely destroyed part of the gunsmith in the form of camos. Now your camo challenges are all sorts of out of whack. I've seen hundreds of comments here or over on Twitter the past couple of days saying, what's going on with my camos? It says that I have 0 out of 51 polyatomic, even though I'm 40, guns through it. It reset all my gold progress. I can't unlock this. I can't unlock that. They have completely busted the camo progression as a result of this update. Obviously, an unintentional change, but a change nonetheless that occurred after this patch. I wouldn't be surprised if this is something that is fixed, like 10 minutes after this video gets posted per usual. Shout out that COD timing that I always get in real life too, but it's a pretty prominent issue happening for tons of players, but the camo challenges are all messed up right now as a result of the Season 1 Reloaded update. That's across all modes as well. DMZ, Warzone 2, MW2, you name it. Also, alongside the camo challenges themselves being screwed up, the camo lighting is now all weird. It's normal when you're like in your gunsmith, you're changing your attachments and whatnot, but for whatever reason, if you go into the camo preview menu, the lighting on the camos makes the camos look nothing like what they're actually like in game. I'm assuming this is unintended. It's like they took the lighting and bumped it up to 1000%. You need your sunglasses on, your gamer advantage sunglass clips that you can get with code Immortal for 10% off. You need to throw those on when you're looking at these camos because the brightness is just insane for some reason. Not sure again why that was changed. It was likely, not intentional, but we don't know what's a bug and what's a feature in any of these modes right now. So it's kind of a guessing game, but I imagine that one will be reverted here soon as well. Now, this next secret change is one that is sort of a double-edged sword. As you guys heard, probably if you caught the video where I was talking about my recent call with Infinity Ward and Raven, where they talked to us about various things they're working on, various updates they have planned. One of the things mentioned was that they were working on adding in the ability to save your own custom blueprints, so you can make your own class, set up your own weapon tunes, your own camo, and put that on there and set it up exactly how you want, and then save that blueprint so it would look nice and fancy. You'd have the full setup ready whenever you wanted to throw it on nice and quick, rather than having to rebuild your full gun. Well, obviously, once this update was released, that feature was just in the game. Surprisingly, there was no mention of it in the patch notes, and the way that the devs explained it to us, they were talking about how it was something they were still working on and it was not going to be coming out in, just a few days. Lo and behold, it's in the game, but I say it's a double-edged sword because it's great that we can customize our blueprints. However, you can also customize blueprints in private match where you have everything unlocked, and thus players are building blueprints with attachments and camos they don't have, saving them and then using them in public matches where they're not supposed to, have that stuff unlocked. So I imagine this is a feature that's going to be removed, or maybe they put out a hotfix to counter them from being saved in private matches or something, but I'm surprised to see it in the game. I'm not surprised that it's broken in the game because, like I said, it didn't sound like it was something that was supposed to release with this update. So secret change, that is good that we can do that in public matches, bad though that it can be done in private matches, which is going to break it for the entire, player base because that's not supposed to be a thing. Another negative secret change here. It sucks that all these changes are not so great, but it kind of is what it is. The buy stations in Warzone have seemingly decreased in number, and they've also changed around the buy station locations, and that was not mentioned. Now, changing the locations, that's whatever. Like, it's not a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe you had one buy spot that you had memorized and you loved going to that. It sucks if they change that for you, right? But overall, the location update, not necessarily a bad thing, but they did change the number of buy stations, it seems like, on the map, or the consistency of where they're spawning, because it seems like they're a lot more few and far between. And that's actually the reverse of what the devs told us. They said in future updates, they're planning to add in more buy station locations to help with regains and just the flow of the match. So definitely some weird stuff going on there. By the way, as we are going through all this today, just a quick reminder, if you guys are new to the channel, around 15,000, 20,000 new viewers every single day are tuning into the videos. So if that's you and you want to stay up to date with all things going on in COD, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Every day, I got you covered between Warzone 2, MW2, and DMZ. Also, if you guys enjoy this video, you want to share the video around to try and get these issues, highlighted and shine some light on them so that hopefully they can get fixed and we can bring some attention to these things that are probably not supposed to be happening. Let me know by dropping a like on the video itself. Let's try and aim for 2,500 likes on this one. Moving on, another very strange change has to do with the DMZ bots. Now, as I'm sure you'll recall from the patch notes within Warzone, they actually nerfed some of the bots around these strongholds and whatnot to make them a little bit easier and a little bit more forgiving, because they were kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm more scared of the bots than I am real players, which says something about the bot skill level in this game. In DMZ, that's especially the case. If there's a lot of bots, it's like, okay, I gotta try to take all these guys out. If there's players, I'm like, okay, not too worried. I can probably hold my own. The DMZ bots, though, for whatever reason, around high action areas like the black sites and the strongholds are cranked up to 1 million right now. These dudes 100% got aimbot. Whatever Ricochet is, gathering via its data when players are using real aimbots, they're just directing that stuff into the AI bots. I swear. They are crazy strong right now. So another negative change here, another secret change that was not actually helping things. They've completely buffed the bots in DMZ to an extreme level that was not mentioned and probably not intended yet again. Now, via the patch notes, they did mention that within the default loadouts in Warzone, they updated them, but they didn't say what. The sort of changes that were actually made here were completely changing the perks and the perk lineups and packages, whatever you want to call them, on the default classes, which I am not gonna lie, I find kind of funny in a way, because the reason that they updated this is because obviously perks in Warzone are broken. If you get your custom classes, the perks are not working. However, the default loadout perks do work. And one of them in particular, Bird's Eye, was giving you crazy advantages where once you got Bird's Eye active, every single UAV ping on the map you would be able to see. It's supposed to just be your UAV pings or your stronghold pings. But if you activated Bird's Eye, you got every stronghold ping, every UAV ping from your team or another team. So what they did was basically take Bird's Eye off of the default classes. Scout previously had it, no longer. So you can't abuse that now. So they fixed that, but in a way of we just took it out of the game so it can't be broken rather than just fixing the perk. I imagine a fix is coming and they just didn't want it abused until that point. And then the final secret change that I took note of while I was playing is that there's now sort of a sub menu, if you will, to mute players in game. Rather than just opening up the scoreboard and quickly muting everyone, you have to go into the sub menu and toggle mute on for that lobby in specific, and then it turns back off for the next lobby you get into, which means everyone who has a Kinect mic or a PlayStation controller mic that's at 2,000 decibels, you'll have to go in and remute yet again. It just doesn't stay automatically muted unless you, of course, you go through and actually turn off voice chat. So there is now an additional menu available for that. Not sure if that was fully necessary, but it's a thing regardless, and it wasn't mentioned in the notes. All that being said, those are the new secret changes and stealth changes in MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ after the new updates. That's gonna wrap things up for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you guys are new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications so you can always stay up to date with everything going on in COD. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code WHosImmortal for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products, and the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.